All right, good morning, traders. Today is April 5th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. All right, my SPY pivot this morning, 518.08. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five made outside days. That means higher highs and lower lows. Closing below the trap and the 17 EMA. Some were bearish engulfing, while others were very close to being bearish engulfing. Okay, all except Diamond Dow are still in uptrends. Gold still in an uptrend, made a new all-time high yesterday, while silver made a new 2-year high, both making higher highs and higher lows. USO and in an uptrend. USO still in an uptrend, made a new 6-month high and made an outside day closing over the bullish trap above the rising 17 EMA. All right, so that UNG still in a downtrend, closed a lower high and a lower low below the trap and the falling 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend there. US dollar index still in an uptrend, closing the day around the 104.20 area over the flat 200 SMA. All right, so gonna do something different this morning. This is for you out there in video land. Okay, my favorite setup is a 2-hour uptrend or a 2-hour downtrend, and then I like to find the 10-minute uptrend inside it, inside the 2-hour uptrend. So it's a 10-minute downtrend under VWAP in a 2-hour downtrend, or a 10-minute uptrend over VWAP in a 2-hour uptrend. Those are my favorite setups. That would be the 3 underneath the 8 in the downtrend, okay, and the 3 on top of the 8 on the uptrends. That's what I'm looking for. Those are my favorite setups, and I manage those on the 10-minute chart. When the 3 crosses the 8, the trade's done. That's it. When the 3 crosses back up over the 8 or back under the 8, either way, the trade is done. All right, let's take a look at some charts. So here's SPY. All right, you can see we started out, we made a higher high and a lower low, bearish engulfing right there. Still in an uptrend, okay, coming right up through here. Hasn't broken this low. Broke this low right here, but that was just a bull flag consolidation right through there. So still in an uptrend right through there. So there's SPY. So we had a breakout. So you can see we had a little breakout here, and now we're back into this bullish flag right through there. So SPY still in an uptrend. QQQ. Oh, so where's the, let's take a look for the pivot for today. So my pivot for today is, you can see the intersection of, we've got a channel that runs through here. And let me get my pen. So right through here. So there's one channel, and they all meet at this point right here. Right there. So we got this channel right there. All right, and then we've got an uptrend line which runs right through here. And a downtrend line that runs right through here. And another uptrend line that runs right through here. So we've got a big intersection of crisscrossing channel lines and trend lines that come right there. And then on top of that, we've got this low right here, this low right here, all coincide with this area right around 518.10, 518.40. So that's my pivot for this morning. Hard to make a pivot when you've got a big wide Z pattern going on, okay? And then on top of that, we've probably got, we'll take a look here and we'll get the anchored VWAP. We find the anchor, stick it in up here. And you can see the anchored VWAP comes very close to, that's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Comes very close to this 518 area. It's right around, well, it's running around 519.42. So, but if we get up there, if we get on top of this, it's a good chance we start climbing this breakdown candles right here. Okay, so we had yesterday, all right, big red candle, no question about it. All right, we're looking for follow through. All right, if the bears can't produce any follow through, there's a good chance, you know, we hook right back up out of here and come back up to the highs. Okay, need to see follow through after this big red candle. Okay, that's what we're looking for. That's the main thing. Big red candle, we're looking for the follow through. So if they can't produce the follow through, chances are the bull's just going to start climbing this back up. Now, this could be an MMRP. We broke through resistance. And let me find my... There it is. Okay, so where would be resistance? Right about through here. Okay, you can see we broke through resistance. I would not be surprised to see it pause today and then pull back towards this and then create a bearish MMRP with 3 candles to the downside. So we'll see what happens, all right? Looking for follow through, or we could get that MMRP where today just winds up being a pause candle like this, like that, and then comes back up here, and then H pattern rollover. So we'll see what happens, all right? Right now, we're looking for follow through. That's all we're looking for this morning. All right, so there's SPY. Now let's take a peek at QQQ. Now QQQ is going to look probably the same way. All right, again, we're looking for follow through. All right, bearish engulfing, closing. You got a outside day. Okay, you got a higher high, lower low, bearish engulfing, closing below. All right, the bearish trap below the 17 EMA. So still hasn't broken this low right here. So we're still in an uptrend. Now they broke the trend line. Well, excuse me, they spiked the trend line, but they haven't broken this low yet. Okay, once they break that low, you know, they'll be in a downtrend in my eyes. All right, for other people it might be a little bit different. All right, so let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Now Diamond Dow broke the higher low, so they're in a downtrend. Not only did they break the higher low, but they also broke the trend line. Now they could come back up here, take out this high right there, and be in an uptrend. So if they did a bullish engulfing, recovered the trend line, took out this high, they would recover their bullishness. All right, but right now you got bearish engulfing, so we're looking for follow through. That's what we're looking for. Follow through on all of the Fab 5 for today. All right, so here's our uptrend. You can see they broke the uptrend and they broke the low right there. Okay, so they're in a downtrend. Let's take a look at FNGU. All right, here's FNGU. Not quite bearish engulfing. Notice they couldn't close it below the body of the prior day's candle low. See that right there? All right, but they did have an outside day. All right, with a higher high. That's pretty good high right up there. And a lower low. And they closed below the trap and below the 17 EMA. Okay, but not a bearish engulfing on FNGU. All right, so FNGU still bull flagging, still in an uptrend. Okay, we still got a trend line here. You can see we've got kind of a wedge going on right through there. And let's see what we got there. See? So we still got a wedge going on, and they've got resistance right up through here. All right, so still in an uptrend. If they break these lows right through here, okay, they'll be in a downtrend. So they need to break these lows right through there. Break those lows, and they'll be in a downtrend. Right now, they're still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at IWM. This is the Russell 2000. All right, Russell 2000 still in an uptrend. Okay. Yesterday was a big scary day. Okay, we had higher high, and we got a lower low on the IWM. They haven't broken trend, and they haven't taken out this low right here. Okay, so they're still in an uptrend. They're just flagging over to the consolidation. All right, so we have, like I said, a higher high and a lower low, and they closed below the bearish trap and below the 17 EMA. Okay, they're having trouble closing candles down below this one right here. They managed to bring price down there, but they couldn't close it down there. All right, so still in an uptrend, IWM. So I don't know if we're going to get the follow through today. We'll see what happens, all right? We did do a triple top on the SPY and SPY. And I'll pull up the 30-minute chart so you can see the triple top. So we got a triple top here. We got one here, one there, and then one there. So there's our triple top on the SPY. All right, let's take a look around the horn, and let's take a look at some energy. All right, so we'll take a look at USO. All right, so here's USO. Made another 2-year high, not a 2-year high, 6-month high right there. Okay, you can see price coming up and challenging the September high up there. See that? Challenging that September high. All right, this is in an uptrend. It's had an outside day as well and a bullish engulfing. So outside day and bullish engulfing. Okay, outside day means lower low and higher high. Closing strong over a bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. USO is in an uptrend. UNG, okay, different story here. They're in a downtrend. Okay, they got to break this high. Unless, of course, they set a lower low, and then they come back and break this high right up here. Okay, UNG, yesterday's price action. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross, below this falling 17 EMA. So still in a downtrend. We may get another hockey stick. See this one right here, move down, and then hockey stick bear flag that lasted probably 9 months. And we could get the same thing again that lasts for 9 months. We'll see what happens. So there's UNG, but according to economists, everything's going well. So I don't know how long that will last. So there's UNG right there in a bear flag, in a downtrend. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross, below the 17 EMA. Let's take a look at precious metals. All right, precious metals. GLD printed a new all-time high yesterday with a higher low and a higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Gold is on fire. It's doing really well. Silver, new 2-year high yesterday. Zoom all the way back here so you can see all the way back to 2022. See right there? And I wonder if we got a 3-year high. I'm just curious. All right, so the high here is 24.17. So if we got up over 24.17, $24.95. So that's almost a 3-year high. Almost. It's a new 2-year high. All right, but that's almost a 3-year high. 24.90. All right, so almost a 3. So it's a 2.5-year high right there. All right, so higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. This is in an uptrend. All right, no question about it. Very bullish right there. So there's silver. Let's take a look at our sectors. Okay, first sector we're going to hit is, let's try SMH. There's the semiconductors. We haven't broken this low, so we're still in an uptrend. Bearish engulfing. Outside day, higher high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross and the 17 EMA. Still bullish though. Okay, XLF. Bearish engulfing. Outside day, higher high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross and the 17 EMA. Haven't broken this low. We're still just consolidating over to the right. All right, IYT. And I believe that is the low, the actual low for IYT. So IYT is, wow, that's different for IYT. Okay, so let's just go back and look at that just to make sure. Yeah, there's the low. It's kind of weird. I thought they closed. There's no way they closed way up here. All right, so they really closed right here. Okay, 68.26. Let's go back to the daily candle. So they really closed right about here. That would make this candle red. Anyways, that's the bottom of the candle, 68.15. All right, so they had an outside day and bearish engulfing. All right, this candle's not correct. All right, so there's a lower, there's a higher high and a lower low. Bearish engulfing, closing below the bearish trap and the 17 EMA. They have not broken this low, so they're still in an uptrend. They're just bull flag consolidating right now. So there's IYT. Okay, let's take a look at XLK. Here's XLK. We didn't break. We did break that low. So XLK officially entered, this is technology, entered a downtrend right here, breaking this low. All right, they didn't close candles down there, but they did, price action did pierce this area. So XLK in a downtrend as of now. And we got a triple top up there and a lower high, double top, lower high. So we got outside day, bearish engulfing, higher high, lower low, closing below our bearish trap, below our flat 17 EMA, in a downtrend now, XLK. SMH not in a downtrend. XLK, yes. All right, so there's that one. XLI, these are our industrials. Wrong one. All right, so here's XLI, bearish engulfing, higher high, lower low, outside day, closing below the bearish cross, but above the rising 17 EMA. Industrial still strong. So there's XLI. Take a look at our technicals. So here's our technicals, and we came in. We fell. This is yesterday's price action. We popped into the overbought zone, which is right up here. See how we popped into the overbought zone, made lower highs, and equal low right here, but then we made another lower high, and we rolled over out of the overbought zone into the buy zone. We went right through the buy zone, right through the buyer's chop zone, past the midpoint, knocking on the door of the sell zone, and found a home right up here in the seller's chop zone right here. So that's T2122. All right, T2123. Again, bullish at the beginning of the day, and then just a complete sell-off after the noon hour. You can see us heading back towards the rising 200 SMA. So they got a little bit more room to drop, all right? So they're heading back toward the all-time high. This is the prior all-time high. Okay, this is the new all-time high for T2123. T2123, 3-bar chart. You can still see green. A little bit of space in there between the green and the price action. All right, so there's T2123. FNGU kind of got the same look. All right, nice rally into noon, and then afternoon they give up the mustard. They lost it all, and they fell apart. All right, coming back down through this 200 SMA, which we would have liked to seen them hold this area, and after finally climbing on top. So we'll see what happens today. Yeah, maybe they'll climb back up half of it today. We'll see what happens. It's normal for price action to bounce back to the midpoint. So we'll see what happens there. All right, on our technicals, let's go take a look at our economic data. First economic data we're going to look at is right here, Friday. Today's options expiration Friday. We have an employment situation at 8:30. I don't think there'll be any surprises coming out of the employment situation. Consumer credit at 3 p.m. And we've got some Fed speakers later on today. None of them are Mr. Powell, so I don't think any of them are really going to move the market. Yesterday represents probably a whole lot of profit taking along with a little bit of manipulation, in my opinion. And that's all it is an opinion. For Max Payne, you can see is all the way back up to 520. I don't know if we're going back up there to 520, but when Max Payne was 520 yesterday, I didn't think we were going back to 520 yesterday either, all right, when we were at 524. So we'll see what happens, all right? We may make it back to 520. So put to call ratio, this is... all right, you can see there's not even one put for every call. All right, there's like 0.86 puts for every call. So they're call heavy right now. So there's more calls on the that expire today than there are puts. All right, so that's what we got for Max Payne. And for the economic calendar, I already went through that. For earnings for today, and that would be Friday. Let's try Friday. Not much. Nothing that's going to move the market. Maybe some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the market. All right. Same thing on Monday. All right. Same thing on Tuesday. Nothing's going to move the market, but you get some familiar names: Tilray, PriceSmart, WD-40, AER Test Systems. That should be interesting because they do semiconductor equipment. All right, on Wednesday, Delta Airlines, 29 billion. But again, nothing that's really going to move the market there. Okay, so then we did the economic calendar, and we'll do the dollar. All right, so here's the dollar still in the uptrend. You can see the green line going right through there. And we came back yesterday, all right, and we managed to hold off of spiking the flat 200 SMA. So you can see the dollar making its way back up. It would have been probably better for the market had they spiked the 200 SMA. But the fact that they couldn't do that, they came up short of spiking the 200 SMA, kind of implies that the bears aren't strong enough to get to finish the job, and we may be going up here and making a higher high. All right, but we'll see what happens. We're red today so far. We could very well just melt into this slowly. We'll see what happens. So we closed the day yesterday around 504.20, right about there. All right, traders, so I am going to take questions in the room. All right, and for everybody out there in video land, I want to thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much, everyone who leaves a kind comment. I love that. Thank you. If you're on my Facebook or if you're on my YouTube channel, I really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to do that. It helps me with the algorithm, especially for YouTube. All right, so I'll take questions in the room. And for the rest of you, I'll see you at 4 p.m. We'll do another market wrap-up video.